For a second, let's talk about trust. Trust and the lack of trust can often lead to what I call double lives, triple lives, quadruple lives, or etc. It is showing one side of myself to one kind of person in one particular situation, and another kind of myself for another person in another kind of situation. A drastic example would be having several lovers while I'm married and having children, or finding out that my partner does that. Or another real life example is there was a gentleman who had children and was living in a happily, or at least happily thought marriage, but under that he was gay and actually wanted that relationship to fulfill. This is very important to resolve, because the lack of trust, the must to show different parts of myself in different areas of my life, create an imbalance, create what I call an internal conflict, which can result in great stress and thus health issues. But other than health, this creates parts of my life that are literally blacked out from the other people, and after a while even blacked out from myself. This is when people who would normally act completely okay party so hard you don't even recognize them. One particular question that got me thinking was that in a marriage, one of the spouses starting to live double lives, and the reason behind that, from what I see, is really simple. People in my life fulfill certain kind of needs. Other people fulfill other kind of needs. Let's say I want to be a wife, or I want to be in a happy marriage, and for that I need to do certain things, like domestic things, cleaning the house, taking care of the kids, etc. But if I also want to have fun and live my life fully and have that zest of life where I don't care about tomorrow and I'm a little bit reckless, I'm not totally sure if I can do that with the same person. It is very easy to do that with another kind of person, because this kind of lifestyle involves risk. It involves me sometimes needing to close down that kind of relationship, needing to close down that part of area of my life. But I don't want to do that to my kids. I want to keep my kids. I want to keep that happy relationship. So I turn to the other person to have all that fun, to have all that cheating, have all that hard partying, and to live that kind of double life. Now what can I do? What can I do if, say, I find out that my partner is living these double lives? First of all, it's completely natural to do that. Men do that when they masturbate, thinking of other women than their wives. We say, hey, that's completely natural. It's not natural, it's common. And there's a big difference between that. I'm living another life in my head than the life I'm having right now. Even playing video games is a kind of double lives. I'm somebody in a video game and I'm somebody else in real life. So living double, triple, quadruple lives is completely, well, not natural, but common. The extent of that is something different. So if I recognize that I do this too, maybe on a lot minor level, like I post things on Facebook that don't completely resemble my life. Like if I check all my status updates and see that I live a completely happy life on Facebook, it is not actually lying. It is neglecting the bad things. That's also another kind of life. So if I find out that there's this drastic differences in lives, so to say, in my partner, I can see that there are just needs that I cannot fulfill in her. And this is not necessarily a bad thing. Let's not think about people for a moment. Let's think about things. You have different clothes. Why? Is there anything wrong with the clothes? No. You just have different needs, and in different occasions you fulfill that with different clothes. Some men have different cars for their different needs. Women have hundreds or thousands of shoes for their different needs. We are very accustomed to fulfilling different needs at different times. A very concrete example is that you eat different things according to your mood. Now this is what gets transported a little bit into what's happening with people right here. If I have a need for solidarity, for a stable relationship, for a happy marriage, I'm with one kind of person. If I want to party my face off and be reckless and take risks, I can be with another kind of person. It is very rare for these two personalities to come together. Now, in my experience from talking to couples like this, the biggest shock or the biggest pain factor is not the double life itself. It is the lying about the double life. It is that my partner has a side that I don't know about, and for what I know she could be raping and killing children, and it's that kind of freakiness that comes up when it comes about double lives. So it's very important to be honest. Now, if I get back to my example and I'm the so-called victim here, when I'm okay but my partner is living the double lives, if she's not honest, that's also up to me. It is about me not creating those safe circumstances, that kind of emotional safety where it's okay for her to be however she feels she is. If I cannot create that kind of emotional safety, I cannot create the reasons for her to be honest, and hence the lying. My partner lies to me because she doesn't want to hurt me. And if I communicate to her, if I show her that I will be hurt in case she does anything bad, the easy way out for her is just not to tell me. As long as this goes on, this leads on to double lives. So a very easy way to resolve this is, first of all, accept it that there might be things about my partner that I don't know. That could be fine. If I love the person who I'm with right now when we are together, then that could be a reason to be in a relationship completely. If I don't, because I feel that kind of dishonesty or underlying mistrust, then that could be a reason to talk about that and listen. I understand that they're part of your lives that I cannot fulfill, but I would like if we could reach some kind of conclusion or get to some kind of compromise to what you tell me and what you don't tell me. What is it that you're comfortable with telling me? What is it that you're not comfortable with telling me? And these things are often a lot simpler than what we create in our heads. Often. So let's just keep that in mind. If I accept the other, if I accept that she or he might have needs that I cannot fulfill, and that is completely okay if she seeks out those needs by other people, as long as we have these set boundaries, then this could go on and function. My question is, did this bring anything up in you? Would you have a question? Or would you have anything to comment? Write me down in the video below.